y'all. This is Chocolate Amun Ra special. Happy New Year's, happy new creation, happy rebirth, happy new life. Now, since I said that, get into it real quickly. That
This is the public school era.
I'm not your preacher. I'm not your pastor. I'm not your minister. I'm not your archaeologist. I'm not your astronomer. I'm not your mathematician. I'm not no scientist. I am your messenger. Now you can follow me if you choose to. I'd rather you don't. I'd rather watch the program, learn from it, and do your research. Because today, for school starts now. And it's about family. The husband and wife and what they need to do. Family is important. All right, peace, y'all. The reason why I said family is important because it is important. Without family, none of the things will go correct. The school's gonna be not too long. It's not gonna be too long. But what I do want to say is this here. We must understand the man and the woman. Now, Shahbaz Ali has some books out, and y'all know from time to time, I go get these books. And I get these books so we can learn from these books. Give our own opinions and our own thoughts and break it down. Because family is important. But a lot of people don't find it that way. You don't find that family is important. And we need to break that down. Because family also extends. It's not about extending to help you. For you think you should get over. You should be part of family to help it to extend its wealth, its power, and its strength. Understand the concept of family. Because a lot of you don't. And the reason why you don't is because you haven't learned it. You don't understand family values. Family is much bigger than you think it is. At one time we was all raised and the whole concept was one child has to be raised by the whole tribe. But we're not there no more. We're not there no more. We're in a whole new conception. Because most parents out here today, they don't want you around their children. And you can bet sure that that is exactly what's not going to happen. The reason why that is, we got too many different issues going on. Even though we got problems of sweeping a lot of things underneath the rug. Let me get into the books of Shahbaz Ali. I get her books because it's a great inspiration. Now, gods and goddesses, brothers and sisters, however you want to be called. I'd rather call you a god and goddesses because that's who you are. We broke that down plenty of times before. But when we're into family, we must understand the nature between the man and the woman. Shahbaz Ali, The Black Man's Guide to understand the black woman. Then she gets the Black Woman's Guide to understand the black man. Now, I don't know if you have these books, but we do. You should get these books. You're not going to learn this stuff in school. It's not going to happen. You're not going to really learn it in church either. I keep telling you this. I'm not telling you to leave church. What I'm telling you is for you to go to the preacher, the pastor, the minister, or the deacon to help organize and reconstruct the way they do things in church. Because the church already has its foundation. All you got to do is strip off the religious concept and put in the conception of the spirituality system that flows through all things. That's all you got to do. But then we have the man-made religion, we got problems. And man-made religion helps destroy the home. Whether we like it or not. That's a fact. That's a guaranteed fact. I don't care what religion you're in. You don't understand how religion hurts the family. You both, a man and a woman, must combine each other's faith. Or you're going to have chaos in the house. Unless you be able to make it, some people can do it. Some people can have two different faith and be able to work it out because you have a bond. Your bond for your mate is more powerful than your faith. Let's don't get that twisted. That's how strong the bond is. Remember, when it comes to family, you have many different conceptions in how the family should be united, placed. The family structure in today's society, there's a great percentage, especially here in the melanin race, in the darker melanin race, From time to time, you'll hear me say color code text, which is black. It's easy for you to identify when I'm talking about black people as a whole. So, many homes do survey, which we don't know the survey is accurate or not, but many homes in the black community is without a father. This is what they state. But when you do your own research, this is not as accurate as they want to claim it to be. No. You see, when they interpret into the black communities that there's no black fathers in the house, then what that does, that diminishes the black family, period. Now we understand there's a lot of negative energy and a lot of negative frequency that flows back and forth between the black man and the black woman. We have these issues and you gotta work on them. Not you as a man trying to tell her what to do, and not her as a woman trying to tell you what to do. You got to reconstruct yourself and transform yourself into a new creation for yourself. I always put the motto out. If you don't love yourself, how can you love others? That is automatic. You can never love a person correctly if you don't love yourself correctly. See, these are the things they don't tell you. You don't learn these things. A lot of people believe that a woman's supposed to automatically have this nurturing love. This is not true as well. If a woman ain't nurtured since she's a child, until a young teenager, and then an adult, how's she gonna know how to love her man? She cannot learn how to love her man. Not in the emotional trigger, not in the mental trigger, not in the psychological trigger. It's just not gonna happen. She will be confused because she doesn't know how to deal with her emotions and that type of aspect. Listen, I done my own research, and it's as simple as this. All you need to do is talk to, if you got females in your household, like your brothers, your sisters, your female cousins, if you go to church or any institution, talk to females. Ask them a question. They'd be happy to talk to you. You have females at your job, talk to them. You can be sitting in a park bench, listening to the conversations. Talk to a lot of females. So what I'm telling you, I'm not spitting out any rubbish. I've done my research. And because I've done my research, over the years, I've learned that a lot of females do not know how to love properly. Then what happens is they use their physical attributes to use that as a sign of love. When a man, that is not the case for him. Because he looks at you as a beautiful woman. He wants to have sex with you to counter or to conquer you. That doesn't mean he's gonna love you. This is where a lot of women have problems trying to identify this, because society told you that you're supposed to have as many boyfriends as possible. The man's supposed to have as many women as possible. I mean, this is your BFFs. Why society is telling you this? To go out there and fish and find the right one. By the time you do that, psychologically, emotionally, physically, you're going to have spread yourself thin. Now, because you've done that, man and woman, when it's time for you to engage into a relationship or a healthy marriage relationship, you're going to be burnt out and you're not going to even know it. You will be burnt out. This is a guaranteed fact. Because the things you've done with these other people, you're going to assume that this one that you believe in your mind, that you love them with all your heart. This is false. False illusion. Because love is much deeper, but simple, but tricky. All these emotions that's wrapped up in you, that we use the word love for the proper content that is need to be used for. Now, gods and goddesses, brothers and sisters, understand, when you grow up in the fleshly realm, in the physical frame, and the age of you all growing up, does not mean you're mentally ready. Because if you're mentally ready to be with your family, there'd be nothing that you wouldn't do to make sure your family is number one. Remember this. Running around making babies don't make you a man. Running around sleeping with all these women doesn't make you a man. And women that sleep with a bunch of men doesn't make you a woman. Now listen, you can do what you want to do, but there's complications behind everything. Because when you sleep with all these people, you got to have to be in a frame of mind that is the end of the road for you, and that's what you're going to do. You ain't looking for no relationships. You ain't trying to get married. You ain't trying to start no family. Because what you put in it, reflection of yourself that your children will copy off of you. Now you might not think it's not as true, but some of you could just look at your history, look how your relationship based on whoever raised you, they raised you in the best they possible can be. But it doesn't mean it's the right, correct way. Don't let people, what we live in a society today is that people have a tendency to try to convince you, literally convince you, that you could just do whatever you want, say whatever you want, but they don't realize that the order of life between the man and the woman. Now you'll get some people who say, according to their censors, that single parents have raised beautiful children. I'm not saying they haven't. But you don't know the censors, and you didn't go around doing any research or any percentage on how many of these single people that their children have grown up and be prospered here in the South and North of America. Let's keep this honest. Let's stop creating lies. For example, you get people who sit there and say, oh, I can do whatever I want to do. Excuse me. I could do whatever I want to do and still be successful. You are absolutely correct. But you're going to be working real hard. Real hard. Don't get it twisted. If you're trying to get into a relationship and form a family, here comes the selfishness, which a lot of you seem not to understand. As a man and as a woman, selfishness would take place because you had trained yourself to be selfish since you was a child, because no one really showed you love. No one really showed you compassion. So the way you think that you got love and compassion, mostly it's in the physical realm. Mostly. So we need to look at many different issues, especially here in the melanin race of the darker culture and heritage. We need to reconstruct the way we think. We need to reevaluate a lot of our settings and how we do things. Because a lot of you do the things as the world tell you to do. The world system of things tell you to do. And doing these things is not good for your family. Pay attention. We're going to get into the book. Shahrazad Ali. The Black Woman's Guide to Understand the Black Man. Right? Let's read a few. The Black Woman's Response. Every black man in America should read this book with his son to give them a sense of culture, truth, and pray they get the message. I was waiting on this book because I wanted revenge. Let me read that again for you. This is a woman, state this. I was waiting on this book because I wanted revenge. I wanted to get the brothers back, but after I read it, I forgot all about my anger and I just wanted to help. Let's stay there for a minute. There's so many women that indulge into that concept, revenge. So many want to get even, want to hurt innocent people because in their mind, they were innocent. But what did I tell you a few minutes ago? Because you don't know how to love properly, man and woman, you don't know how to love properly because you don't love yourself. You think you do, but you don't. You don't love yourself. Because you don't love yourself, you don't know how to receive love or give love. This is facts. And if someone don't do what you wanted them to do, if someone don't engage in always pleasing you, man or woman, you gonna feel false security. You're gonna feel a false security, then you're gonna get upset, and then that revenge factor begins to develop. This happens all the time. How many times you got your feelings hurt and you tell yourself, it's never going to happen again? I don't care what anybody say. I'm never going to trust a man. Never. Because what? You had a false security. You assumed he was supposed to do all these things for you. Now, these things didn't come true. So now you want revenge. And you don't care who suffers. And who's in the way. Who is in the way? Let's go to third one. I never read anything like this in my life. Now I know what happens to my people before I was born. And none of my teachers ever taught me about this. The black man comes face to face with himself in this book, and they have handled it just like we did. The other book shocked me through a lot of changes, but I'm a better wife and a mother today. Now that person took it upon themselves to reinvent themselves. That's what it's all about. Is reinventing yourself, man and woman. If we're gonna start to be better people, if we're gonna learn to be better people, we cannot put it on someone else to do it. You gotta do it for yourself. You've got to change who you are inside by loving yourself. Because all your family's going to do is constantly pick up the pieces from your place to be. your trail of your sorrows. And a lot of family do that. Pick up the pieces from men and women in a family that leaves trails of sorrow behind them. This is reality. Get the book, The Black Woman's Guide to Understand the Black Man. Listen, these are some of the issues that is in the family right now. Here we go. When the black man does communicate, what does he say? Well, his woman responds that one of the ways he is noted for communication is by lying. They say he is routinely subject to lie about the following things in his so-called life. Excuse me. 1, how much money he makes. I know y'all been through that. 2, how well he can play or played a sport, basketball, football, and etc. 3, what his position or job is. And a lot of men like to lie about that to boost their immorality, make them look like they big shots. Try to impress you. 4, how much they paid for something. A lot of you have been through that. 5, how many women they got. Now we all know that's a good percentage of men doing that. Their material status, talking about the clothes and cars and all that like that's really important. 7, about how many children they have. Whew. 8, about how they can get along with their wife or women. Basically, are they getting along with their family members? 9, how much power they wield in their house. Means are they having full control? 10, how fast their car can go. 11, their physical abilities. 12, about what they did in the war. 13, how they functioned in a physical fight. 14, how many times they can climax at night, basically having sex, and can they have an orgasm several times, if some of you don't know what climax means. Now, this is the beginning of this first class. I hope you got your pencil and paper. I hope you dotting some of this down. I hopefully, definitely, you putting this down to get this book and the other book. Shahrazad Ali. The Black Man's Guide to Understand the Black Woman. But first, we have the Black Woman's Guide to Understand the Black Man. This is part 1. I'm doing it slowly so you can get a better definition of what I'm talking about. And we will be going into the book from time to time. See you in part 2.